In this video, we're exposing the 10 fast food meals that are silently wrecking your health. From a single combo that exceeds your entire day's calories, fat, and sodium all at once, to a healthy salad that contains more fat than most burgers, what you're about to hear will change the way you look at every drive-thru menu in America. And here's the good news. Stick around, because after each meal I expose, I'll reveal exactly what to order instead at the same chain. Simple swaps that cut calories by up to 84% without sacrificing taste. Let's get into it. 10. Panda Express Orange Chicken with Chow Mein. Starting us off at number 10, Panda Express has built its entire brand around the idea of a fresher, better alternative to typical fast food. And their orange chicken is the single most popular item on the menu. Millions of people order it every week, assuming they're making a reasonable choice. But here's what catches people off guard. This is supposed to be a savory, protein-forward meal, yet a plate of orange chicken with chow mein delivers 28 grams of sugar. That's more than half your recommended daily sugar intake, hidden inside something that doesn't even taste sweet. The orange chicken alone contains 19 grams of sugar from its glaze, and the chow mein adds 860 milligrams of sodium on top of what the chicken already contributes. Your full plate comes in at roughly 1,000 calories, 43 grams of fat, 1,680 milligrams of sodium, and 131 grams of carbohydrates. Panda Express uses MSG in many of their dishes and cooks everything in soybean and canola oil. The orange sauce also contains caramel coloring, which produces a byproduct called 4-methylimidazole during production. The International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies 4-MEI as possibly carcinogenic, and a National Toxicology Program study found clear evidence of carcinogenic activity from this compound in laboratory animals. Researchers at Johns Hopkins have warned that consumers are being exposed to an avoidable cancer risk from an ingredient added purely for appearance. And if you upgrade to a bigger plate with 3 entrees, you're looking at over 1,500 calories before you even add a drink. What to order instead? Get the string bean chicken breast with the super green side. It comes in at about 280 calories, 10 grams of fat, 650 milligrams of sodium, and only 5 grams of sugar. That's 72% fewer calories and 82% less sugar. The Super Greens base of broccoli, kale, and cabbage alone saves you 440 calories compared to fried rice. That single substitution is the most impactful swap at any Panda Express. But if you think hidden sugar in a Chinese restaurant is bad, wait until you see what your favorite healthy sub shop is hiding. 9. Subway Footlong Chicken and Bacon Ranch. At number 9, Subway has spent decades telling you to eat fresh, and that branding has created one of the most dangerous health halos in all of fast food. People walk into Subway genuinely believing they're choosing a lighter option than a burger joint. And for some orders, that's true. But the Footlong Chicken and Bacon Ranch proves just how wrong that assumption can go. This single sandwich packs roughly 1,140 calories, 58 grams of fat, 20 grams of saturated fat, and 2,440 milligrams of sodium. That sodium number alone exceeds 100% of your entire daily limit in one sandwich. For context, the American Heart Association's ideal limit is actually 1,500 milligrams per day, which means this sandwich delivers over 160% of what cardiologists actually recommend. And the Footlong Spicy Italian is even worse at nearly 3,000 milligrams of sodium. Subway's bread itself made international headlines when the Irish Supreme Court ruled its sugar content was too high to legally qualify as bread in Ireland. Sugar makes up roughly 10% of the flour weight, well above the 2% legal limit in Ireland. Subway previously used azodicarbonamide in its bread, the same chemical compound found in yoga mats, until a 2014 petition with 67,000 signatures forced them to remove it. That chemical is banned in the EU, UK, and Australia. In Singapore, putting it in food carries a $450,000 fine and up to 15 years in prison. The deli meats in your sub contain sodium nitrite, a preservative that forms carcinogenic nitrosamines when combined with the amines naturally present in meat. The European Food Safety Authority's 2023 review identified 10 specific carcinogenic nitrosamines in processed meat and concluded that current exposure levels pose a health concern for all age groups. The ranch dressing alone contributes 310 calories, soybean oil, and artificial flavors, which can contain up to 100 undisclosed sub-ingredients, including propylene glycol and BHA. What to order instead? Go for the 6-inch turkey breast on 9-grain wheat with no cheese and no mayo, loaded up with every vegetable they've got. That brings you down to 280 calories, 4 grams of fat, and 840 milligrams of sodium, a 75% reduction in calories and 66% less sodium. The golden rule at Subway is simple: always 6-inch, never foot-long. Wheat bread. Skip the mayo and cheese. Load the vegetables. However, sodium is just one piece of the puzzle. The next chain on our list has an ingredient that shows up in literally everything they serve. 8. KFC Nashville Hot Loaded Fries Bowl. At number 8, KFC's Nashville Hot Loaded Fries Bowl sounds like a great deal at $5. But this bowl delivers 910 calories, 60 grams of fat, and 2,530 milligrams of sodium. That's 110% of your entire daily sodium allowance in a single bowl. And the sodium isn't even the real story at KFC. The real story is what's in the recipe itself. MSG appears in every single chicken preparation at KFC. Original recipe, extra crispy, grilled, nuggets, tenders, sandwiches, pot pies, and bowls. It's also in their secret recipe fries, gravy, green beans, and multiple dipping sauces. On top of that, KFC's frying oil contains canola oil and hydrogenated soybean oil with TBHQ, a petroleum-derived preservative. That means virtually everything on KFC's menu delivers MSG, TBHQ, and seed oils all at the same time. TBHQ appears in over 1,250 popular processed food products, according to the Environmental Working Group, and a Michigan State University study found that dietary-level doses of TBHQ slowed T-cell activation, impaired immune memory against influenza, and actually reduced vaccine effectiveness. KFC's buns also contain an unusual combination of high-fructose corn syrup plus sucralose as an additional sweetener. And dimethylpolysilicoxane, the silicone-based anti-foaming agent also used in Silly Putty, is confirmed in their frying oil. A University of North Carolina study of 752 people found that MSG consumers were more likely to be overweight regardless of total calorie intake. Now, the FDA does consider MSG generally safe, but the concern grows when you're getting it in every single item across an entire meal. What to order instead? Grab 2 original recipe drumsticks with a side of green beans. That gives you about 285 calories, 17 grams of fat, and 725 milligrams of sodium. That's 69% fewer calories and 71% less sodium. Unfortunately, KFC no longer offers grilled chicken nationwide, which severely limits healthy options at this chain. But KFC's ingredient list looks almost tame compared to what's inside the next item on our list. 7. Popeyes 5-piece chicken tenders. At number 7, Popeyes serves up the single worst sodium offender on this entire list. A 5-piece order of their chicken tenders delivers 740 calories, 34 grams of fat, and a staggering 3,040 milligrams of sodium. That's 132% of your full daily sodium limit in just the tenders alone. No sides, no biscuit, no drink. Now add a Popeyes biscuit at 680 milligrams of sodium and a regular Cajun fries, and you've blown past 4,000 milligrams of sodium in a single meal. That's nearly triple the American Heart Association's ideal daily limit of 1,500 milligrams. A meta-analysis published in the journal PMC found that cardiovascular disease risk increases 6% for every single gram increase in dietary sodium. This one meal delivers close to 3 grams beyond what your body needs. But the sodium is just the beginning. Popeyes has one of the most concerning ingredient lists of any major chain. MSG is injected directly into the chicken and added to the batter. They also use yeast extract, which is functionally identical to MSG, BHT, or butylated hydroxytoluene, appears in their spicy chicken items, and the closely related BHA is classified as possibly carcinogenic to humans by the World Health Organization. California lists BHA as a known carcinogen under Proposition 65. Artificial colors including yellow 5, yellow 6, and red 3 show up in multiple menu items. These are synthetic petroleum-based dyes that the European Union requires carry warning labels stating they may have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children. Popeyes pledged to eliminate artificial colors, BHA, BHT, and MSG by the end of 2025. But independent verification of that promise has not been confirmed. What to order instead? This is actually one of the best swaps in all of fast food. Order the 3-piece blackened chicken tenders. They come in at just 170 calories, 2 grams of fat, 0.5 grams of saturated fat, about 780 milligrams of sodium, and 26 grams of protein. That's 76% fewer calories, 95% less fat, and nearly identical protein to the fried version. The blackened tenders skip breading entirely, which is why the numbers change so dramatically. And the next item proves that calorie bombs don't always come from chains you'd expect. 6. Chipotle steak burrito, fully loaded. Number 6 might surprise you because Chipotle has earned a legitimate reputation as one of the cleanest major chains for artificial additives. They earned an A grade from Friends of the Earth. They committed to removing GMOs, and they genuinely don't use TBHQ, dimethylpolysylhexane, or artificial colors. But clean ingredients don't mean the meal is healthy. A fully loaded steak burrito with the tortilla, white rice, pinto beans, steak, queso, sour cream, guacamole, and salsa comes in at approximately 1,295 calories, 59 grams of fat, 17 grams of saturated fat, and 2,815 milligrams of sodium. That sodium number represents 122% of your full daily limit in a single burrito. The flour tortilla alone contributes 600 milligrams of sodium before you add a single topping. Chipotle's build-your-own model is both its greatest strength and its biggest trap. Every addition stacks on top of the last. The queso adds 230 calories. The sour cream adds 110. The guacamole adds 230 more. Before you realize it, you've assembled a 1,300-calorie meal that you genuinely believed was a healthier choice than McDonald's. And with 130 grams of refined carbohydrates from the tortilla, rice, and beans combined, your blood sugar is going to spike hard and fast. Researchers have noted that ultra-processed food consumption damages the hypothalamus, which is the part of your brain that regulates appetite and energy balance, creating chronic inflammation that disrupts your hunger signals over time. What to order instead? Get a chicken burrito bowl with brown rice, black beans, fajita vegetables, fresh tomato salsa, and lettuce. That brings you to about 510 calories, 15 grams of fat, 1,200 milligrams of sodium, and 43 grams of protein. Skipping the tortilla alone saves 320 calories. Drop the sour cream and cheese for another 220 calories gone. That's a 60% calorie reduction, and you still get a filling, genuinely satisfying meal. But if Chipotle's problem is portion deception, the next chain's problem is something far more disturbing hiding in plain sight. 5. Chick-fil-A, Cobb salad with avocado lime ranch dressing. At number 5, we have a salad, and this one might be the most deceptive item on the entire list. The Chick-fil-A Cobb salad with avocado lime ranch dressing contains 830 calories and 55 grams of fat. Read those numbers again. This salad has more calories than Chick-fil-A's original chicken sandwich at 420 calories. More than their spicy chicken sandwich at 450 calories. More than their chicken cool wrap at 660 calories. It even has more fat than most fast food burgers on the market. The avocado lime ranch dressing alone adds 310 calories and 32 grams of fat. Then, you've got fried nuggets on top, bacon, 2 types of cheese, and an egg. This is a burger disguised as a salad, and people order it every day thinking they're making a smart choice. Research from the National Institutes of Health found that people eating ultra-processed food automatically consumed 500 more calories per day than those eating minimally processed food, even when the options were matched for available calories. Health halos like this salad accelerate that overconsumption by tricking you into feeling virtuous while eating more than you would have with the burger. The ingredient story at Chick-fil-A has its own issues. MSG appears in the seasoned filet for original and spicy sandwiches, nuggets, and strips, though notably it's not in the grilled options. An investigation by the Food Babe found blue 1-dye in the chicken sandwich, a synthetic color known for crossing the blood-brain barrier. The chain uses dimethylpolysilicoxane in chicken preparation, though they do fry in peanut oil rather than seed oils. And in 2024, Chick-fil-A reversed its antibiotics policy entirely, going back to conventionally raised chicken after years of marketing antibiotic-free poultry. That reversal generated significant consumer backlash. What to order instead? The 8-piece grilled nuggets. They contain just 130 calories, 3 grams of fat, 1 gram of saturated fat, 440 milligrams of sodium, and an impressive 25 grams of protein. That's an 84% reduction in calories with 94% less fat, while still delivering one of the best protein-to-calorie ratios in all of fast food. The 12-piece grilled nuggets at 200 calories and 38 grams of protein might actually be the single healthiest high-protein item at any major chain. Now, if that salad shocked you, the next 4 items are in a different league entirely. 4. Burger King Bacon King. At number 4, Burger King's Bacon King is built for maximum indulgence, and it delivers maximum damage. 2 quarter-pound beef patties topped with 6 slices of thick-cut bacon, American cheese, mayo, and ketchup on a sesame seed bun. The numbers are brutal. 1,200 calories, 81 grams of fat, 32 grams of saturated fat, roughly 2 grams of trans fat, and 2,270 milligrams of sodium. That sodium content alone represents 99% of your full daily allowance in a single sandwich. Cleveland Clinic cardiologist Dr. Luke Laffin has warned that almost everyone with high blood pressure should be on a low-sodium diet, and if you can get below 1,500 milligrams per day, that's ideal. The Bacon King nearly doubles that recommendation by itself. The saturated fat at 32 grams represents 160% of your daily limit. The American Heart Association directly links saturated fat intake to elevated LDL cholesterol and increased cardiovascular events. For anyone over 40, this is particularly relevant because arterial plaque buildup accelerates with age and compounds with each high-fat meal. Burger King fries are cooked in a blend of soybean oil, corn oil, cottonseed oil, and hydrogenated soybean oil. The bacon contains sodium nitrite, the preservative that the World Health Organization helped use to classify processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same category as tobacco and asbestos. The World Cancer Research Fund found a 12% increased risk of colorectal cancer for every 100 grams of processed meat consumed daily. The bun still contains azotocarbonamide, the chemical that's banned in the EU, UK, and Australia. When baked, azotocarbonamide produces urethane, a known carcinogen. What to order instead? Burger King's plain hamburger comes in at 250 calories, 10 grams of fat, 4.6 grams of saturated fat, and 560 milligrams of sodium. That's a 79% calorie reduction and 75% less sodium. But the next 3 items take things to an extreme that you might not even believe is legal to sell. 3. McDonald's Big Breakfast with Hotcakes. At number 3, McDonald's Big Breakfast with Hotcakes looks like a classic American morning meal. Scrambled eggs, sausage, hash browns, a biscuit, and a stack of hotcakes with butter and syrup. And it delivers nearly an entire day's worth of sugar before lunch. The full breakdown is 1,340 calories, 63 grams of fat, 24 grams of saturated fat, 2,070 milligrams of sodium, 155 grams of carbohydrates, and 48 grams of sugar. Your recommended daily sugar limit is 50 grams. This one meal hits 96% of that all by itself. And the 2,070 milligrams of sodium takes up 90% of your daily limit, meaning you have essentially no room left for the rest of the day. Dr. Robert Lustig, a neuroendocrinologist at the University of California, San Francisco, has studied what chronic sugar consumption does to the body for decades. He explains that fructose inhibits three key enzymes related to mitochondrial function and that chronic overconsumption literally turns liver cells into fat storage units. His research has identified what he calls an 8-year longevity tax for average ultra-processed food consumers. And critically, 40% of normal weight people already have metabolic syndrome. This isn't just about weight, it's about what's happening inside your body at a cellular level every time you sit down to a meal like this. Now look at what's actually in the food itself. McDonald's frying oil contains canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, and hydrogenated soybean oil with TBHQ. The biscuit contains DATEM, mono and diglycerides, and calcium propionate. The hot cake syrup delivers high fructose corn syrup as a primary ingredient. And here's the comparison that should bother everyone. McDonald's French fries in the United States contain 19 ingredients, including dimethylpolysiloxane, the silicone anti-foaming agent also found in silly putty. McDonald's fries in the United Kingdom contain 4 ingredients: potatoes, oil, dextrose, and salt. Same company, same fries, same logo. Completely different standards depending on which country you happen to live in. What to order instead? The regular McDonald's hamburger at 250 calories, 9 grams of fat, 3.5 grams of saturated fat, 510 milligrams of sodium, and 6 grams of sugar. That's an 81% reduction in calories and 88% less sugar. But we're not done. Number 2 on this list contains a single ingredient that should have been banned years ago. 2. Wendy's Big Bacon Classic Triple coming in at number 2. Wendy's Big Bacon Classic Triple earns this spot for one very specific reason. This sandwich contains 4.5 grams of trans fat. That is the single highest trans fat count on any menu item at any major fast food chain in America. The rest of the numbers are just as bad. 1,220 calories, 86 grams of fat, 36 grams of saturated fat, and 1,770 milligrams of sodium. The saturated fat alone represents 180% of your daily limit in one sandwich. Now you might be thinking, didn't the FDA ban trans fats in 2018? They did ban partially hydrogenated oils specifically, yes, but trans fats still enter the food supply through labeling loopholes. Foods with less than 0.5 grams per serving can legally be labeled as containing 0 grams of trans fat. And emulsifiers like mono and diglycerides, which appear in virtually every fast food bun in America, are produced from hydrogenated oils and contain measurable trans fat concentrations. They just aren't classified as fats by the FDA, so they don't appear on the nutrition label. The Institute of Medicine has stated plainly that there is no safe level of trans fat consumption. The CDC has estimated that trans fats contribute to approximately 7,000 coronary heart disease deaths in America every year. Wendy's fries are cooked in a blend of soybean oil, corn oil, cottonseed oil, and hydrogenated soybean oil. The bun contains DATEM, mono and diglycerides, and sodium stearoyl lactylate, all emulsifiers. A landmark 2015 INSERM study led by Dr. Benoit Chassaing found that common food emulsifiers can damage the gut's protective mucus layer, alter the composition of your gut bacteria, and promote chronic low-grade inflammation. A separate human clinical trial published in the journal Gastroenterology found that the emulsifier carboxymethylcellulose reduced gut microbiota diversity, decreased beneficial short-chain fatty acids, and in 2 subjects caused bacteria to encroach into the normally sterile inner mucus layer, which is a central feature of gut inflammation and inflammatory bowel disease. The bacon adds sodium nitrite to the mix, which forms nitrosamines, potent carcinogens, when it reacts with the amines naturally present in meat. The European Food Safety Authority's comprehensive 2023 review concluded that nitrosamine exposure from processed meat poses a health concern for all age groups. What to order? Instead, the Wendy's Junior Hamburger at 250 calories, 11 grams of fat, 4 grams of saturated fat, 440 milligrams of sodium, and 0 trans fat. That's a 76% reduction in calories, 87% less fat, and you completely eliminate the trans fat exposure. And now the #1 worst fast food meal in America. 1. Five Guys Bacon Cheeseburger with large fries, taking the top spot as the single most destructive fast food meal you can order anywhere in America. The Five Guys Bacon Cheeseburger with a large fries delivers approximately 2,234 calories, 119 grams of fat, 33 grams of saturated fat, 2 grams of trans fat, and 2,637 milligrams of sodium. Let those numbers sink in for a moment. That is 112% of your entire day's calories, 153% of your daily fat, 165% of your daily saturated fat, and 115% of your daily sodium. All in one meal. The large fries alone account for 1,314 calories and 57 grams of fat. That's more than most chains' complete entrees, sides, and drinks combined. Just the fries. Five Guys packs them into the cup and then dumps an entire additional scoop into the bag, which is part of their brand appeal, but it means you're consuming roughly twice what the posted calorie count suggests if you eat the whole thing. And who doesn't eat the whole thing when they're sitting right there in the bag? The burger contributes 2 grams of trans fat with no safe level of consumption, according to the Institute of Medicine, and the processed American cheese adds sodium phosphate, which has been linked to cardiovascular disease and accelerated vascular aging in research published through the American Society of Nephrology. Five Guys uses peanut oil for frying, which is a relative positive compared to the soybean and canola oil blends at other chains. But when you're absorbing that much oil through the sheer volume of their fry portions, the type of oil becomes almost irrelevant. The bun contains mono and diglycerides, emulsifiers, that a 2024 study in Nature Communications Biology found promote metabolic disorders and gut microbiota dysbiosis. Five Guys has no salads, no grilled options, and no low-calorie alternatives on their menu, making portion control the only real strategy at this chain. What to order instead? The little hamburger with no fries comes in at 480 calories, 26 grams of fat, and 380 milligrams of sodium. That's a 78% calorie reduction. If you absolutely need fries, split a regular order with someone. But the honest truth is that Five Guys is the hardest chain on this list to eat healthy at. Their entire menu is built for indulgence, and there is no way around it. There you have it. 10 fast food meals loaded with hidden sodium, trans fats, carcinogenic preservatives, and ingredients banned in dozens of countries, plus a safer alternative at every single chain. Before your next trip through the drive-thru, remember this. Always check the sodium. A single item should never exceed 600 milligrams if you're watching your heart health. Always question the healthy options, because salads and sub-sandwiches can be worse than burgers when loaded with dressings, cheese, and processed meats. And always look at the actual ingredient list, not just the calorie count. What's in the food matters just as much as how much of it you eat. The pattern across every chain is clear. A simple swap at the same restaurant cuts calories by 61 to 84% without giving up the convenience of fast food entirely. You don't have to quit, you just have to choose smarter. If this video changed the way you think about fast food, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me which chain you want investigated next, and share this with anyone who eats at these restaurants on a regular basis. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss content exposing the truth about the food industry. Thanks for watching. Until next time, eat smarter.